Imagine this. It's 2 a.m. in a sleepy Texas suburb, the kind where crickets are the loudest thing around, and suddenly, whoop whoop whoop. A police chopper descends like Judgment Day, its spotlight pinning you down like a bug under a microscope. You stagger out of your tent in nothing but boxers, hands raised, heart pounding like a jackhammer, only to hear a cop bellow, "You're trespassing on HOA property." And there, smirking from her golf cart like a queen on her throne, is the neighborhood's self-appointed dictator, filming the whole farce with her phone, her fake smile gleaming brighter than the squad car lights. My name's Alex, and 8 months back, I inherited 35 acres of prime Texas countryside from my grandpa, Harlan. A man who'd turned that land into a haven since the 1950s, complete with a crystal-clear, spring-fed pond that locals called Harlan's Oasis. I'm 45, a divorced HVAC technician pulling 70-hour weeks fixing air conditioners in sweltering warehouses, barely scraping by on alimony payments and those killer property taxes. But that pond? It's my sanctuary, where the water's so pure you can see straight to the bottom, and the scent of wild mesquite mingles with fresh earth, whispering peace after a brutal day. Grandpa had always kept it open. Kids fished for bass, families picnicked, no fees, no fuss. He was the county's unsung hero, with boundary markers from Eisenhower's era still standing like silent guardians. Then came the invasion. Willow Creek Meadows, a cookie-cutter subdivision that popped up like a bad rash 2 years ago, bringing manicured lawns, overpriced McMansions, and the apex predator of suburban hell, HOA President Marge Kensington. Oh, Marge. This 55-year-old former real estate agent glides around in her immaculate Mercedes SUV, reeking of cheap rose-scented body spray that could wilt flowers at 10 paces. Her heels click like tiny hammers of doom, and she wears this perpetual holier-than-thou grin, like she's never heard the word no without filing a complaint. Whispers at the local coffee shop say she got booted from a PDA gig over misallocated funds, code for dipping into the cookie jar. But now she rules this HOA like a tin pot tyrant, enforcing rules so petty they'd make a prison warden blush. After a week from hell, crawling through dusty attics, fixing blowers that spat hot air like dragons, I grabbed Grandpa's faded army tent and headed to the pond for some R&R. The fire crackled softly that night, my cheap beer tasting like nectar from his old tin mug, stars reflecting on the water like a million tiny promises. For once, the world felt right. But dawn cracked with the growl of engines. Dust swirled as Marge's Mercedes led a parade of 2 jittery board members down my gravel path. She hopped out, clipboard in hand like a sacred tablet, nails painted blood red tapping impatiently. "Sir, this aquatic amenity is now under Willow Creek jurisdiction per our covenants," she declared, voice dripping with faux politeness. "Your encampment violates Section 4.2 on unauthorized structures. You're trespassing." "Aquatic amenity?" She said it like Grandpa's pond was a kiddie pool at a budget motel. I rose slowly, coffee mug steaming in the morning chill. "Ma'am, this has been Harlan family land longer than your development's been a blueprint. Check the deeds." Her eyes narrowed, shoving papers inches from my nose, the stench of her spray mixing with road dust, making me cough. "Our easement grants access for community enhancement. Vacate by dusk, or will involve authorities." As she clicked away, board members shuffling like scolded puppies, I felt the dust grit between my teeth. I hadn't dug deep into Grandpa's papers post-inheritance. Just signed and paid up. Big mistake. But Marge's bigger one, assuming I'd fold like a lawn chair. A week later, craving that peace again, I returned to find my gut twisting like a bad wire. An 8-foot chain-link monstrosity barred the pond path, cameras glaring like beady eyes, signs blaring Willow Creek property. Trespassers prosecuted in font big enough for satellites. The gate rattled under my shake, the fresh concrete smell clashing with the pond's gentle lap just beyond. They'd fenced my heritage while I sweated in some factory, renaming it like colonial thieves. This wasn't a mix-up. It was a heist. Fury boiling, I stormed to the county records office. Met Ethel, a grizzled 68-year-old clerk who'd swapped stories with Grandpa over decades. "Harlan was salt of the earth," she muttered, hauling musty files that reeked of yellowed history. This fence stinks worse than week-old catfish. Bingo. Marge's HOA had slapped an adverse possession claim 20 months prior. Fancy legalese for squatting to steal. But Texas law demands a decade of blatant use. There's a joke 8 years short. That fence? Felony-level trespass decor. Lesson 1 for any landowner. Don't let shiny paper scare you. Verify the law yourself. I cashed in my divorce nest egg, meant for a reliable pickup, and hired Lena Torres, a bulldog attorney whose glare could strip paint, known for making HOA suits sweat. Lena pored over surveys and unearthed gold. Their fence encroached 12 feet onto my plot. They weren't blocking. They were poaching soil. She fired off a restraining order faster than a Texas twister. Watching the sheriff hand Marge those papers at her doorstep. Her composed facade cracking like cheap veneer, eyes darting like a trapped fox, was pure poetry. But foxes bite when cornered. At the HOA's next powwow, Marge went nuclear on my rep. That man's unstable. Threatened me lakeside, she wailed to the crowd. Lies spreading like wildfire through cul-de-sac chats. Pure fabrication, but gossips faster than fiber optic. My cams caught late-night golf cart ninjas snapping fence pics, plotting like budget spies. Plot twist. The fence crew? Marge's cousin's outfit, nepotism so thick you could spread it on toast. Then the haymaker. No building permits filed. That steel eyesore? Illegal from the poor. Lena lodged complaints. Inspector inbound. Irony thick as Texas barbecue sauce. They'd built unlawfully to call me the crook. Victory tasted fleeting. Bullies double down. Marge's concrete scent faded, replaced by her scheme's rotting whiff. She had more tricks. 3 weeks post-fence, Marge precision struck. Filed with state enviro agency, accusing my transient lifestyle of fouling the pond, sewage, chemicals, the works. Weaponizing green laws like a eco-fascist. In Lena's office, her words, false filings? Felony bait. Prosecutors eat 'em up. Inspector Gomez showed Tuesday, gear like a sci-fi lab. Bitter irony. Testing water pure for generations because some HOA queen needed ammo. Samples gurgled into vials. Birds chirped mockingly. 20 minutes. Cleanest I've seen in 12 years. Better than tap. What's the beef? Music to me. Open Records snagged her complaint. Perjury goldmine, painting me as pond-poisoning villain. Lena countered with defamation. Marge now faced cuffs, not just courts. Her stink of panic seeped through filings. Backfire bonus. It roused allies. Old-timer rancher Hank called Voice Thunder. Harlan saved my herd in '82. This HOA crap ends now. Affidavits on pond history nuked her narrative. Even HOA peons grumbled. Why fund her feuds over pothole fixes? Bored nerves frayed. Then Marge ditched subtlety for crime. Cams nabbed shadows dumping oil, creating slicks like a gas station spill. EPA tip followed, but reinspect screamed sabotage, not camper crud. Shift to criminal probe. I rigged floodlights brighter than stadiums. Payoff. Board bean counter Vernon. Spotlighted planting trash sacks pondside. Face pure panic comedy. Bags dropping like hot coals. Not what it seems, he yelped. Looks like tampering to me. I shot back, cam zooming. He bolted like a cartoon sprinter, leaving receipts. Premeditated planting. Pattern clear. My facts met her crimes. Dispute ballooned to conspiracy. Fake reports, sabotage, tampering. Oil's acrid replaced by her empire's decay. But main course awaited. 2 months in, Marge's vilest volley. Suit claiming grandpas will void, dementia, unfit transfer. Desecrating a dead man's name for dirt. Docs read like grave pissing. Evidence? Clerk's tale of bag confusion. Neighbor's name forget claim. As if octogenarian slips equaled insanity. Emergency lockout sought. Personal twist. PI tailing me, clicks like bugs. Divorce dirt spread like plague. Flyers branded me psycho, pics like mugshots. Burned deep. My pain's ammo for her pampered ass. Lena looped in estate shark Raul Gomez, whose rep made foes flee. He shredded dementia yarn. Medical records sharp as tacks. investments solo managed. Doc Ellis testified, Harlan debated tax loopholes days before passing. Sharper than most millennials. Hank rallied Harlan Honor Guard. Stories of loans, aid, free access. Witnesses galore. Raul's finance dig. Willow Creek hemorrhaging, unsold lots, repair debts. Marge's motive? Greed-fueled grab. 3 months deeper, Marge amped sabotage. Faked medical drama pondside, bored victim clutching chest, sirens wailing. But cams showed staging. Paramedics smelled rat. Overacted indigestion. One quipped. Animal control next. Stray cattle report. But cows? Neighbors escaped, lured by cut wires. Manure mingling with her perfume as she inspected. Poetic dung. Media ploy. Staged damage pics to news, me as eco-terrorist. Reporter Mia fact-checked, interviewing allies. Airing flipped script. Marge's cred vaporized. HOA motioned frivolous suit, seeking fees like thief suing victim. Raul's brief. Evidence fortress versus her lie shack. Courts hate hypocrisy. For months. Bureaucratic barrage. Zoning challenge. Camping violates AG use. Departments swarmed. Inspectors probing cabin like Chernobyl. Fire marshal on embers. Health on phantom taint. Clipboard symphony intimidating but all cleared. My docs. Harassment gold. Job hit. Anon letters to boss. Me unstable. Supervisor Vic logged it. Can't fire for rights. Added liability. HOA split. Meeting meltdown. Marge spilled $82,000 legal bleed. Residents rebelled. We paid for peace, not your grudge. Families fled, values tanked. Her protection backfiring hilariously. Depots. Marge's loans on pond-adjacent flops. Needed my land to flip. DA probed. Fakes. Sabotage. Bribes. Sheriff grilled on oil. Emergency. Vernon's cash offer. Taped. Insurer bailed. No coverage for crimes. Board faced ruin. Settlement push. Marge clung like sinking ship. July's county meet. Legend born. Packed hall, cams rolling, air thick with reckoning. Fluorescence buzzed. Chairs creaked. Mia live-streamed. Hank led our crew, docs, maps ready. My pitch, timeline screens showed crimes. Just want grandpa's wish honored. They're the thieves. Marge's plea, sweaty, gesticulating rant. Me as community killer. Voice cracked. Logic absent. Raul's bomb. Played Vernon's bribe tape. $25K to vanish. My retort. Obstruction. Hall exploded, gasps. Fury. Deputy cuffed Vernon mid-meet. Click. Shuffle. Miranda loud. Board trio quit. Commissioner read fraud tally. $134,000 misused. Unanimous vote. My rights upheld. Legal abuse condemned. DA announced probes. Mia's stream viral, Harlan justice trending. Reporters post-win. Fought for right. System be damned. Marge's sorry? Echoless. 6 months on. Dust settled like pond mist. Court. $95,000 damages. Fees. Marge bankrupted. Sweeter than honey. HOA yanked fence. Paid fines. Funds drained. Her McMansion foreclosed. She vanished like smoke. New board apologized, transparent policies set. Values rose. Neighbors chat pondside now. Proceeds birthed Harlan's Haven Fund. Annual picnic benefiting kids. Teaching stewardship where choppers once hovered. Laughter replaces sirens. My camps? Ritual bliss, coffee, bacon, jumps. Tent symbolizes rights won. Mia's expose awarded. Case law school staple. Helped others. Precedence shield from HOA hell. Funded pond perks. Dock. Plants. Sanctuary status. Schools visit, learning conservation, legacy lives. Now aiding Paltom's shed fight, wait till HOA meets ex-cop welder. True or false? In a world of petty rules, is the real criminal the one enforcing them blindly, or the one fighting back with facts? Drop your take below. Let's debate who really deserved that fall.